think I'm just going to go back a few decades, like before I moved to Japan. I was actually going through a period of transition, or we'll call it healing, where I was, I guess what was I doing at the time? Yeah, I was going through addiction recovery actually. And the reason that I gotten into it in the first place is because I wanted to, stop drinking as much and actually stop drinking at all. And so once I went through addiction recovery and got my head clear, then I started to, you know, work on, the goals that were really meaningful to me. And what happened is that when I was going through this phase of my development, uh, there are a few things that cropped up. One is that I wanted to become a best-selling author. Two is I wanted to travel the world. And the third thing is I just wanted to become a better human being. And the third thing I knew realized was probably just going to be an ongoing, process. So I decided to take action on the second thing. And the transformation for me really began with, making a decision that I wanted to live a great life, or live a greater life than I already had. And I had a pretty good life, I think. But I mean, and a lot of people do, and maybe you're satisfied with where you are. But the question I want people to challenge themselves with is that you may be satisfied, but are you fulfilled? Like, are you deeply fulfilled? Because I think there's always room for improvement, and that's this is where the, getting into, maximizing your human potential. I mean, that really is limitless. But if you look at it that way, your journey in this life, it's very short. So the question is, how far can you go before it ends? And that's usually the question that I'm always asking myself every day, like, how far can I get before it ends? Because when it does end and, I get to meet the maker or whatever that next level is, they're going to show me, all the things that I did in life and the things that I didn't do. And then from there, who knows what's going to happen after that. But going back a little bit, just I'll go back to the story. But I got to Japan because I wanted to I wanted to change my life, and I wanted to do something that was just really exciting, adventurous, and without it including going to the bars and drinking all the time. So I realized, like, if I don't want to go back to that way of life, I need to move forward and build something different. So that's what I did. Getting here was, yeah, I mean, I've been here for a long time, but it was just, I think what's been most exciting with this journey is that it all began with making a decision that I was going to do something, and then I just lined up the action steps to that would move me forward towards that goal. In other words, when I decided to move to Japan, I had a goal to do this thing, and then I had to go through a series of steps to get here, getting a visa, and making contacts and all these things. But I think that if you when you want to reinvent your life, you do have to have something. You have to have your your North Star, right? So I'd recommend just, and this doesn't have to be a huge, massive goal that is completely overwhelming. It can be, but I think you need to start with something that's just tangible to begin with. So start with something that you can get a small win.